Hello, everyone. Greetings to you all, and welcome to our live program. This is Chris Lucci Charity Initiative. Our motto, our mission, our vision is to give life a meaning, irrespective of who is involved, irrespective of the diversity. How is everyone doing? I hope we are doing good. Greetings to you, Mr. Jen. How are you doing? Welcome to our live program. And this is Chris Lucci, Charity Initiative, giving life a meaning. We'll see you. Miss Daly, how are you doing? Welcome. This is Chris Lucci, Charity Initiative, giving life a meaning. Our motto is simple. Our vision, our mission, and the project is the movement of giving life a meaning. Life of every person matters to us. Life of male, female, any, they said every living soul, right? Every living soul. It does not matter where you're from, your life is important. It is part of our project. It is part of the mission of the initiative, giving life a meaning. If any person wants to join, our admins, I sent you link and I also share the link so any person that wants to join the live program can. While waiting, we're gonna sing and pray. Okay, while we are singing, please feel free to translate so that every person can be accommodated. Okay, let me share caption design. Let me share this so that we can have something going in there. Not this. Meno kuwa mara chukwu n'onwere iji kani. Meno kuwa mara n'onwere iji kani. Ezi Chukwu meno kuwa mara n'onwere iji wee kpọọ anyị. Meno kuwa mara n'onwere iji kpọọ anyị. Meno kuwa mara Chukwu n'onwere iji kpọọ anyị. Meno kuwa mara Chukwu n'onwere iji kpọọ anyị. Meno kuwa mara n'onwere iji kpọọ anyị. Meno kuwa mara Chukwu n'onwere iji kpọọ anyị. Meno kuwa mara Chineke n'onwere iji kpọọ anyị. Eze meno kuwa mara Chukwu n'onwere iji kpọọ anyị. Meno kuwa mara Chukwu n'onwere iji kpọọ anyị. Meno kuwa mara n'onwere iji kpọọ anyị. I sent the link. Anyone can join while we wait for others. Meno kuwa mara Chukwu n'onwere iji kpọọ anyị. Make the world know that you called us for a reason. Prove to the world that you called us for a reason, that there is purpose of the existence of the community. That's what the song is simply saying. There is purpose of the existence of the Chris Lucci Charity Initiative. And we are pleading to God. We are calling upon the Father to make it known to the world the essence or the reason of our existence, Christ Lucie Charity Initiative existence. We are pleading to God. Okay, someone already joined, so you can mute yourself until we are ready for the program. So we are pleading to God to help and prove the reason of our existence, the Christ Lucie Charity Initiative existence. We are here for a reason, we are here for a purpose, we are here on a mission, and we are calling upon the Father to prove that to Himself, our purpose, the purpose of this initiative. Okay, so that's what the song is basically saying. Menụ ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Menụ ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Eze menụ ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Bịa menụ ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Menụ ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Menụ ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Bịa mee ka ụwa mara Chukwu, the purpose of our existence. Bịa mee ka ụwa mara Chukwu, the reason of our existence. Bịa mee ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Eze menụ ka ụwa mara na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Our admins, I have the link in the admin group. Please share that on the comment section. Menụ ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Eluigwe menụ ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji wee kpọọ anyị. Bịa mee ka ụwa mata na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Mee ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Bịa menụ ka ụwa mata Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Eluigwe menụ ka ụwa mara na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Christ Lucie Charity Initiative is not just existing. It is living. It is alive. May the Lord prove it Himself that it is alive, that the community, the initiative is alive. And may He do it in His own way and at His own time. We trust His process and we will follow His process. Menụ ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Bịa mee ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Menụ ka ụwa mara na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Eze bịa menụ ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Modetengi na-akpọ gị Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji wee kee ya. Miss Grace na-akpọ gị Chukwu sị na o nwere ihe iji kee ya. Miss Margaret na-akpọ gị Chukwu sị na o nwere ihe iji kee ya. Miss Amaka na-akpọ gị Chukwu sị na o nwere ihe iji kee ya. Eluigwe mezue ya ka ụwa mara na o nwere ihe iji kee anyị. Miss Aminat na-akpọ gị Chukwu sị na o nwere ihe iji kee ya. Amara m eluigwe na o nwere ihe iji kee m. Eluigwe amara m eluigwe na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ m. Eluigwe ma amara m Chineke na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ m. Mezue ya ka ụwa mara na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ m. Bịa menụ Chukwu ka ụwa mara na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ m. Bịa mee Chukwu ka ụwa mata onye eze na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ m. Menụ ka ụwa mata na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ m. Miss Chinenye na-asị gị Chukwu ọma na o nwere ihe ijike ya. Enigwe mee ka ụwa mata na o nwere ihe iji weke ya. Enigwe mee ka ụwa mata na o nwere ihe iji wee kpọọ anyị. Miss Purity na-akpọ gị Chukwu si na o nwere ihe ijike ya. Miss Purity ma ndị na-akpọkụ gị Chukwu si na o nwere ihe ijike ya. Mee ya Chineke ka aṅụrị wee bụrụ nke anyị. Mee ya Chineke ka ịdị mma wee bụrụ nke gị. Meenụ ka ụwa mara na o nwere ihe ijike ndị gị. Miss Omolola na-asị gị Chukwu na o nwere ihe ijike ya. Meenụ Chukwu ka ụwa mata na o nwere ihe ijike anyị. Oluchi na-akpọ gị Chukwu ọma sị na o nwere ihe iji weke m Chukwu. Oluchi na-akpọ gị onye eze si Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji weke m. Enigwe mezuo ya ka ụwa mara na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ m. Enigwe mezuo ya ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ m. Enigwe mezuo ya ka ụwa mara Chukwu na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Meenụ Chukwu ka ụwa mara na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị Chukwu. Meenụ ka ụwa mara na o nwere ihe iji kpọọ anyị. Anyị na-anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Anyị na-anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Anyị na-anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Anyị na-anabata Chukwu kọmuniti anyị. Ana m akpọku Chukwu kọmuniti anyị. Ana m akpọku Chukwu kọmuniti anyị. Ofu onye a na-ajụ na-abịaruo. Ana m anabata oke mmọnwụ n'onwe ya. Ofu onye a na-ajụ na-abịaruo. Ana m anabata mmụọ na-eti onwe ya. Ofu onye a na-ajụ unu abịaruwo Chukwu. Ana m anabata mmụọ na-eti onwe ya. Ofu onye a na-ajụ unu elutewo Chukwu. Ana m anabata mmụọ na-eti onwe ya. Ndị ọzọ na-ewere chi ha tinye na buutu. Ndị ọzọ na-ewere chi ha tinye n'akpa. Ndị ọzọ na-etinye chi ha n'arụ. Ndị ọzọ na-akanye chi ha n'arụ. Ma ana m anabata chi na-abụ m jebe oluo buru ụzọ wechere m. Ana m anabata chi na-abụ bifo m lute oluo buru ụzọ chere m. Ana m anabata Chukwu a ọ bụ ya bụ mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m anabata Chukwu a ọ bụ ya bụ mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m anabata chi m tụkwasara obi. Ana m anabata chi ntụkwasara obi. Ana m anabata chi ezinụlọ dị iche iche. Ana m anabata chi na-aza ekpere. Ka anyị nabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. My covenant keeping God, my covenant keeping God, my covenant keeping God, Chimuna ya gbara ndụ. My covenant keeping God, ana m anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m akpọku gị mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m akpọku Chukwu mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m akpọdata Chukwu mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m akpọdata Chukwu mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m anabata 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 mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ọ bata n'ezinụlọ ihe adị mma. Ana m anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ọ bata n'ezinụlọ ihe dere duu. Ana m anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Chukwu na-enye amamihe ya ka m ji akpọku gị mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Onye na-enye amamihe ya ka m ji akpọku gị mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ana m anabata anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ, ana m anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ofu onye na-ajụ unu erutegwo, anyị na-anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. Ofu onye na-ajụ unu erutewo, anyị na-anabata mmụọ na-eri mmụọ. You are worthy, Lord. 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 I say you are worthy, Lord. You are worthy, Lord. I say you are worthy, Lord. Oh, Maranatha. Oh, Maranatha. Oh, Maranatha. Chidindu. Oh, Maranatha. Oh, Maranatha. Oh, Maranatha, I can't do without you. Oh, Maranatha. Oh, Maranatha. You are worthy, Lord. You are worthy, Lord. You are worthy, mighty. You are worthy, Lord. You are worthy, Lord. You are worthy, Lord. Chinazekbere, the Lord that answers prayers. Ogechi, God's time is the best. You are worthy, mighty. You are worthy, Lord. 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 Father, we thank you. Yahweh Sabaoth, we thank you. Father, we worship you. Adonai, we worship you. The only true God, we adore you. The Prince of Peace, the giver of joy, the giver of peace, the Lord that dwells in us, a very perfect God, the perfect that comes and the imperfect disappears, the light in the darkness, the Ebenezer. We worship you. We adore you. We reverence you. The Emmanuel, we know you are with us. Father, thank you for your saving grace. Thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for good health. Thank you for humanity. Thank you for your love to humankind. Thank you for the air we breathe. Thank you for the food we eat. Thank you for our families. Thank you for our friends and well wishers. Thank you for our careers. Thank you for our businesses. Thank you for every opportunity. Thank you for the good people you surrounded us with. Thank you for the atmosphere. Thank you, Father, for being God. Thank you, Lord, for seeing us through during the week, working days till today. Father, Lord, the weekend. We are grateful. We are thankful. We have come to say that you are worthy. We have come to say that worthy is your name. We have come to say thank you, Father. Lord, as we are about to approach our program tonight, Lord, may you besiege the environment. We call upon you, Lord, to possess the atmosphere. We call upon you, Father, to take absolutely control, to take preeminence. Abba, Father, we call upon you, Lord, to transform, Father. May there be a divine transformation. May there be a divine healing. May there be a divine consolation. May there be a divine comfort. May there be a divine encounter. Lord, may your presence dwell. Mighty Father, I disappear, Lord, and call upon you to appear. Lord, I decrease and ask you, Father, to increase. and make name for your name. In the name of you, God the Father, Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen and amen. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to Chris Lochi Charity Initiative, giving life a meaning. Magnify the Lord, my soul. Magnify the Lord. The Lord is able. Magnify the Lord, my soul. Magnify the Lord. The Lord is able. Kenere m Chimo, ụmụnne m kenere Chimo na Chimemela. Kenere Chimo, ebe ọ bụ na ị nọ kenere Chimo na Chimemela. Kenere Chimo, biko kenere Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Kenere m Chimo, biko kenere nụ Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Magnify the Lord, my soul. Magnify the Lord. The Lord is able. Magnify the Lord, my very soul. Magnify the Lord, for the Lord is able. Magnify the Lord, everybody. Magnify the Lord, for he is able. Magnify the Lord, O Kechi. Magnify the Lord, for he is able. Kenere no Muchimo, ebe ọ bụ na ị nọ kenere Chimo na Chimo dị ebube. Kenere nụ Chimo, biko kenere Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Kenere nụ Chimo, ebe ọ bụ na ị nọ kenebere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Kenere nụ Chimo, biko kenere nụ Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Ị nọ n'ebe na-azụ afịa, biko kenere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Ị nọ n'ebe na-alụ ọlụ, biko kenebere m Chimo na Chimbu Okechi. Kenere m Chimo, o kenere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Kenere m Chimo, biko kenere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Kenechi Chris Lochi, biko kenere anyị chi anyị na chi anyị dị mma. Kenere m Chimo, ụmụnne m kenere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Odogwu eziokwu, biko kenebere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Kenere m Chimo, biko kenere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Heart of gratitude pleases the Lord, our God is good. Kenere m Chimo, ọ dị mma ọ dị njọ. Kenere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Ị nọ na kichin esi nri, biko kenebere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Ihe ọ na-emere anyị, biko kenere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Who God will use to bless you, will never stress you na Chimo dị mma. Kenere m Chimo, biko kenere m Chimo na Chimo dị mma. Wana wana wana, oh wana wana. Wana 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 oh, wana wana oh, wana 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 oh, wana wana. Greetings to everyone and welcome to our live program. It is another Friday to be remembered. We have our topic. We have people awaiting to join the live program. It is still our question and answers for the matters arising. Bring your question. You can join for contribution. The questions we will be responding or answering will be based on marriage and parenting matters arising. Let's get there. Meanwhile, congratulations, the community. Congratulations to you all. Congratulations to you all. It's a week to be remembered, right? A very week to remember. Miss Goodness, put your phone this way. Put it landscape. It's a beautiful week to be remembered, right? We are grateful to God. We are thankful to God. Put it this form instead of this. Instead of portrait, put it landscape. So thank you. And we're going to be taking questions. We see two persons and we see two persons. We see our zonal admin and we see Miss Margaret. So we are open for your questions. Bring the questions for matters arising on marriages and parenting. We can take any of those questions. If I don't see your questions, I will move on.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Your question.
Oh,
We
okay.
are here.
I'm checking. Okay. So,
For all.
good day, good evening.
We see
My,
Miss Margaret is muted. Do you have a question?
yes, I
Admin, in
unmute.
case if someone asks questions and I don't say, please, you all can unmute and ask.
I've,
Oh,
I've
hold on. I
unmuted
don't
my
think I
call. Can
can
you hear
hear.
me?
Hold on. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
All right. Good day or good evening, everyone. So, my first question is, around marriage. How do you regain trust that has been broken in a marriage through constant disrespect? Is it possible?
How to restore broken trust. If I may get it right, broken trust in marriage from constant disrespect. Okay. So it's like a restoration of trust in marriage, or marriages from constant disrespect. Before we move on this topic, first I need us to know that, or we cannot neglect the fact of diverse personalities, that is, different personalities, okay? These different personalities, we cannot take away that fact. Uh, Generally, I'm on a normal ground, we are humans, we can disrespect knowingly or unknowingly, maybe trying to prove a point, right? Or trying to express our feelings, not knowing is hurting or is disrespecting the other party. This exists in marriages, okay? And that is why we talk about dialogue. Dialogue is very important because no matter how one person pilots the affair of a marriage without the willingness of another party, the other party, that neck can only carry the weight it can carry and can only sustain it as much as it can sustain it, but unfortunately may not go beyond. Okay. So the decision, that decision is important. That is number one. Decision to say we can get better, or decision to look into what the problem is. Okay. But we need to know that what we call disrespect might actually not be disrespect, even though it may be disrespectful, but it may actually, the intention may not actually be to disrespect, rather maybe trying to prove a point or maybe trying to express our hurts and so on, you know. And that is why we always say, if we want to dialogue or want to have a conversation, instead of saying you always do this or you do this or you, instead of taking it to the second person, we can say, okay, this, excuse me, this is not okay by me. I do not, like you, let's take it from us. I do not appreciate this. This is not okay by me. Okay? This is quite hurtful. Okay? This is, very disrespectful. Okay? Or this is painful. This is hurting me. Okay? So again, that disrespect may not, because in as much as we know, that's why we say how we feel, because it's not always what we think it is. It may not be, that disrespect, but we perceive it as being disrespectful. Okay, but that does not mean is disrespectful. But that is our perspective, your own perspective, and that is why if we want to address it, okay, it is crucial to say, I do not appreciate this. I do not like this. This is really hurting me. Okay, what, like, make it you, okay, instead of you are disrespecting me. That's what you are perceiving, that's what you perceive. That's not exactly what it means, but that's your perspective. So let's be clear with that. Okay, and if we are perceiving it as constant disrespect, right, or maybe disrespectful, right, guess what, it will start breaking us. It will start breaking us. Okay, so before we can say this is what something is, it has to be practical. It has to be practical. Like a man now, okay, hitting a lady, that is disrespectful to the core. And because what? It's not just what you perceive, right? It is demonstrative, like is practical. Okay. Or maybe a woman do something, or maybe you all have misunderstanding. You pack woman stuff and start throwing it out. No, because now it's no longer the act is no longer what you feel. It's practical. So it is what it is. It's no longer the millions of things that goes through my mind, okay, trying to figure it out, and then I will name it any name, okay, that is maybe I feel that is appropriate, any name I feel okay at the moment. So we have to put all these things into consideration. But when you now take woman stuff and throw that out, so it's now beyond feeling but acting. The same way, maybe a woman, okay, you or this, and then you now start throwing the man stuff out. It's no longer for the man to express it. It's no longer about what the man feels, but it is what about what it is. Okay, so that's why I am always uncomfortable with all these tagging names. It's like when someone is saying you are disrespectful, okay, or you are doing this without any action, like any practical, okay. That doesn't mean that most often those perspective is not what it is, but for better coexistence, in order coexist, for us to coexist, the tolerance of looking things beyond one measure or one perspective, okay, accommodating, right? In as much as yes, we know this is this, okay, to coexist, we should look just beyond, okay, that feelings of ours, and then go on the action. And that action is evidence, because if you throw away stuff, my stuff, that's highly disrespectful and that's unacceptable. Okay, and that's evidence that is disrespectful, okay, is humiliating, is intimidating, and all of those is ill at the same time. So you see that it's practical, is evidence, so it's not, it's beyond feelings. So I don't know if I answered the question. Maybe you are muted. Okay, while we are waiting, she's still on the muted. So while we are waiting,
I'm
okay,
I'm here. I'm here. I
okay.
just lost signal for a little bit. So in that aspect of the same disrespect, you mentioned a man packing your stuff. That has happened to me. So how do I come back from that? My
Okay. If,
simple disagree and he packed up my whole belongings and kicked me out in the middle of the day. How do you come back from
okay, if the action, like we say, action is an evidence. So if that action has already happened, so that is an evidence. It's no longer your assumption, right? What you assume is no longer what you are perceiving. In that case, again, we have to remember marriage is a sacrament, is a holy matrimony. It is not just marriage, it is an institution of holy matrimony, right? Some things we may not accommodate from regular friends, unfortunately or fortunately, right? To better coexist and in every sincerity, we must accommodate, we must tolerate. Again, as long as it has not gotten to the toxicity stage, like the stage of life, you know what I mean? Okay. just for the sensitivity of the media of face Mark. Okay, okay, I think we lost him. But anyways, I'll continue. So for the sake of that, right? And it happened, and there is genuine. Again, we are not promoting it. However, we still have to coexist. Okay, because let me see. Okay. So, like I was saying, the things we may not take from just casual friends, right? Or maybe from even others. Now, for the sake of what this institution represents, for the sake of what this institution stands for, those accommodation, tolerance, and all of those, okay, they are part of the tools we need. They are part of tools that are needed to pilot the affairs, to navigate through this institution. The way we need our materials to go to school, these are part of our materials to navigate through the institution. Okay? Okay? But like we said, as long as it hasn't gotten to the stage of toxic, okay? Like life there. Yeah. As long as it hasn't, it's not up to that, okay? But maybe some disagreements and some misunderstandings and misconceptions and such occur, right? Now the turning points, okay? There are many different ways. If there is genuine, okay, what do you call it? Remorse, like the person is genuinely remorseful about their act, okay, it is okay. Not because it's right, but it's part of that tolerance. Okay? And again, because is a sacrament, it's not easy. There are a lot of sacrifices to play, to sacrifice. It has to be nurtured and all of those. Okay? So if there was that, and then the turning point now could be part of accommodating back, tolerate, accepting back. I don't know if I
Okay,
answered that.
I
Yes.
understand. So when there is no remorse or accountability, but the person move on as though it's life as usual, and they can see how their action affected you, but it's life as usual for them, and you have to try your best to not let that action define you or eat you. Is there ever a way to say, okay, I can move past this? I don't have to be this hurt by it, even though I will never get the apology. I will never get, oh, I know what I did hurt. It may never come. Like that brokenness in you, like how do you even start to deal with that with other action that has happened?
Okay. So let me say this. No matter what we do, we cannot neglect again personalities, power of personalities. Okay. The way Miss Gracie's husband, right, might respond or react to issues for resolution may not be the same way Miss Purity Mandy's husband, right, may react to issues. You see that? Because of what? The personalities. But I tell us, we know who we married to, just like who we married to know us, right? If you know, because some of them are dealing with this ego. Some of them, they are, we cannot neglect the ego. Okay, this big time ego issues. Okay, it's okay to have ego, but when the ego is depriving you of necessities, depriving, like costing us, okay, is a concern, and it's something to look into. Is a weakness to look into. But we cannot just completely leave it. Okay, we cannot completely take it off the way. Okay, but what I will say, you know this person, right, more than anybody. There are some people, just like one issue we treated here about a man telling the wife, you need, if you don't like it, you leave. If you are, he's doing this, and then you say, if you don't like it, you leave. Okay. And then he was saying, and when you leave, don't go with my kids, because you go with my kids, I will do this, do that. That will be the black, all of those. And the woman was expecting. And eventually the woman, after about how many years of, constantly saying all of those, okay, and eventually, the woman one day, because when you are dishing it to someone, dishing it, you don't know you are preparing the person, knowingly or unknowingly. Okay, consciously or unconsciously, you are preparing the person. And the one day we become, remember, we are what we hear, we are what. So if you keep saying it, right, you are preparing the person. And one day, unfortunately, it may happen, you know. And when you are telling the person that you are talking to, be it man or woman, might be getting ready as you're also saying it. Every time you'll be like, the person will leave. Every time, and you shouldn't go with your kids. The very day this woman left, a woman, she said she had already decided just to sacrifice 3 months breastfeeding to the child. And now we go. And she left by when the child was 4 months. And the man came and was like, Christy, will you do this? I was like, what do you, because for someone to do this, something is wrong, because that's not obtainable. So we want to know the magnitude, like what's the extent, whatever, that must happen to let to this woman to do undoable thing. And by the time, that was when the whole thing now opened up. You were the one being on this trail for how many, 4 years. And the one day she made the decision, and they helped you with your whatever, and you are running everywhere, that you were just saying it, you didn't mean it. For years, you were saying it, you know. And this, according to him, sometimes he was just saying it for the lady to be jealous, so that he will now stop doing this. So there are different reasons people say many things. But unfortunately, the lady moved, and maybe even while she was there, she was already making some arrangement, because when she moved, within few months, she remarried. By the time we reached out, her traditional wedding had already been fixed, so we couldn't retrieve. We couldn't, you know, retrieve the marriage. And the man started calling and calling, and doing everything, to the extent that it got to a time, because me, I couldn't help again. There was nothing I could do. So the team now became, excuse me, you did this for about how many years? 4 years, like, so at the time I'm like, I mean, there is nothing I could do, and you doing it is now, okay, try to give me high BP. So me, I have to block him. Okay, but that is by the way. So what are we saying? Coming back way, okay? What I always tell people, something I told someone yesterday, I said, there is this peace, the Lord that giveth, that the world does not give. There is this peace, only the Lord that giveth it. The world does not offer such peace. And that is the peace of Hakuna Matata. Your heart living without worries. Not because there is no worry, but because there is presence of the omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence that exists in you. And that is why there are certain things you may see and they won't hold so much weight because you are not lonely. There is someone that exists in you. You are not lonely because many of all these things come from the place of loneliness. From even hurt is still from the place of loneliness to an extent. That doesn't mean we don't feel hurt. That doesn't mean we don't feel all of those. But in to the extent of okay, you now being completely broken. We are human, and that feeling is real. However, don't allow it to dwell. Whatever it takes to feel it in, don't allow it to dwell. Because once it start dwelling, it will start forming canker worm, and then will start eating you up, eating up, eating up, eating up until you won't even have any guard again, any even antioxidant like any body guard again. You know what I mean? All the guard that deals with all this to even do anything again, and then we collapse. We lost it all. You know. So that level of the brokenness to be completely empty could happen, but do not allow it to linger much. Or it will start forming and forming and forming, and and that is why sometimes we forgive people not because they deserve it, but for our own good, for the sake of God, and for our own good. All these things are real. They are real. And especially when we make mistakes with certain personalities, there are these personalities. Sometimes it's not even as if they are not good people, but very chronic personalities. We have them. You know, some personalities that no matter how you even talk, you will never make sense. And if you see such personality, then why would you be, investing the talking with devious means? Like we just find a way. Because no matter how you talk, it will not work. Maybe it will rather okay. So by the time it will happen once, twice, three, or multiple times, then you re-strategize. It's a school. We never knew any tool that is perfect. So you may have to be changing tools, okay, daily for your own good. So for that broken, I tell you, the person in question can never rebuild it. There are few or some that may intentionally, okay, do that. But then does that mean it will not broken again? Because guess what? If he helps you to, mold it, right? Maybe there might be something else as a human he might do, and then from its broke, patched spaces, it will shatter again. And that is why I encourage this that comes from within. Okay? Find means not to entrust that heart to a mere human, because mere human, knowingly again or unknowingly, we break it again, and it will get shattered again, and you will completely be lost. So, yeah, we don't put that trust so much on human, especially to or with certain personalities. So a way out or a way coming back, okay, will be something I call peace of mind first. Not peace that any person will give me, but a peace I can discover. And one of ways to discover this peace is to start. Something they say, I tell people, just be good for goodness sake. Intentionally start being good. Intentionally start being positive. Intentionally, okay? Just start doing things that are good.
I'm telling you, there will be a way or a time it will transform you, it will reform, it will do magic. That doesn't mean those things won't come, but it won't, the weight will not, you won't feel the weight as you would when you are just entrusting that to come from a male human. Okay? You can start maybe some just alms giving, just some nice things that gives others happiness. Because many often, like one of the stuff we taught here, we actually feel real happy and real good when we do good for others. Not actually the good that, yeah, good that it was is excitement, you feel it, and afterwards you face reality. But the good you do for others or to others, it sustains, it dwells, you know. So, what I would say to find that peace from the brokenness is to start intentionally, start being good, start doing good, start being positive. Okay, there is exercise I always tell people here. When someone come to you and tell you maybe negative thing about someone else you don't even know, be positive about it. Just anything negative about somebody, stop accepting that. You know, just stop accepting that. And you will see how you must have from where you are to the next phase. Because again, if I tell you the person will give you that peace, or maybe the person will do, he will do that, but guess what? He's still gonna shatter that again. It's okay, the person does it, but then don't rely for that happy, like ultimate happiness to come from man. Okay, it's okay, it comes, but don't rely on that. Because if not, man will disappoint you, man will shatter you, man will do all of those. But have this source, like have this particular source that does not fail. And in humanity, we find that. In being better version of us, we find that. In growth, like growing, okay, attaining heights, intentionally attaining heights, we find that. Leading, being a leader. What do you mean by leading? If you any person, like I say, tell you anything negative about someone, turn that to be positive. Tell the person this might not actually be what this person mean, you know. Tell the person, oh, this may not, you know, maybe can you just be that, you know what I mean? If you see places, maybe people are here and there, right? Use the word, the positivities, okay, to light up the candles and all of this. That's why we say the enlighten candles or whatever light for others, okay, that equally gives us light. But when we focus on us, right, to light it to us, you know, to this is us, is this is us, it's gonna weigh us down. It's gonna weigh us down. So I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, and you actually answered my my
Oh,
next question. So,
okay. Thank God. Okay.
because
Okay, can I take a
the
minute? I'm sorry,
yes,
someone just
no,
rang
it's
my
fine.
bell. Can I just take a minute, please?
Sure.
You're welcome. Okay. So thank you, everyone. I am back. Sorry about that. So, so I'm glad maybe I was able to, respond to that.
Yeah,
So
that
admin, I'm
was
gonna get you back. So let me see questions in the comment section.
So let me see questions and then I'll come back to you if you still have further questions. They're saying, uh, thank you, ma'am. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Just let your heart be free to always do good to others. Very paramount. Very, very important. Yeah. Very, very, very important. Yeah. Okay, admins, do you have questions? Because I think this has already gone far. I won't be able to go all the way. Do you have questions? Admin, can you unmute yourself?
Greetings, mom. No, I don't think anybody asked question in the comment section. Oh. Nobody has asked any question.
I think
I just
I kind of, are you sure? Because I think I kind of cited questions while I was
no,
talking
I've not
then.
seen, no, I've not seen any question. They were just complying to what you were saying earlier. I've not seen any question.
Okay, Miss Grace said she has question. Yeah, you can go ahead with your question, Miss Grace. Yeah, you can go ahead with your question, Miss Grace. Miss Goodness, keep an eye. So, ma'am, do you have
Okay, ma'am.
yeah, do you have further question while we are waiting?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do have another one, and it's also surrounding marriage. So after years of parenting and trying to be a wife, nobody's perfect, so mistakes was made and along the line. But within that period, you've lost yourself, you lost your drive, you lost the dream that you had due to a lot of trauma and stuff that has taken place inside that relationship. How do you rebuild yourself without burdening yourself with that trauma and that pain, or even the unanswered questions? How do you move forward and try to better yourself and regain your value?
Okay. Thank you very much for that question. Honestly, this is very important because unfortunately, this is now especially on women. Unfortunately, many often, because of some, diverse rights in marriages or families, diversity, right? Many often women just forget, they forgot themselves, like they left themselves way, 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 way elsewhere. Yes, this is real. In, parenting, right? Building home, doing all of those, trying to be a wife, trying to be a mother, trying to be the neck you are, trying to be a doctor, trying to be a caregiver, trying to be even nurses, trying to be cancer, trying to be it all, trying to be it all. Yes, many often is not something to regret, okay? But the truth is that many often we long, not carrying ourselves along, but long we even forget ourselves. It is real. However, it is not, or it is nothing to regret. It may be hurtful sometimes, it may be painful, right? And by the time you look back, right? Both even your kids, every other person has already gone far except you, right? You will be like you will be like maybe you hated yourself, maybe no, 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 no. Do not regret it. Rather, like they said, it's like a lemon, right? Make lemonade out of it. Okay? If you don't have lemon, can you make lemonade out of it? No, you need to have that lemon, right? To do that. So,
without realizing all those things, if you don't identify problem, you cannot solve problem, right? But the ability to catch up yourself, that's grabbing the lemon from where you've long left yourself and all of those. So you then have to do what? Pick it up. It's not regretting or trying to say, oh my gosh, this is, oh my gosh, like, oh my, this is, oh my, you know what I mean? So all those things, because like I said, there are different, some people are in the military that maybe you transfer. Some people are in the federal job, either your family transfers, you join them. So there are certain work, okay? This may not be applicable to every person, but this is real. There are certain jobs, either federal jobs, either all of those, right? That you may associate, your family may be associated with, that might affect a lot of your dreams, that might even crush your dream, that might do all of those. And you are doing that for what? The good of your family, as the neck of the family. So when you look back, is it painful? You forgot yourself, yeah. But is it wasteful? No. It can only be wasteful, okay, if you had played with those time. Okay? If you have like just wild your way with those times, but if those times, right, you were diligently just investing in the family, right? The good, the kids, the this, unfortunately, just accept you, right? It is not a waste. But now identifying that, realizing that is what? The lemon. Grabbing the lemon and then make lemonade out of it. What does that mean? Join the progressive track, right? No time. See, life is not how far, but how well. And life is not always who started first. But anyway, you realize it and start it, run with it. We all heading somewhere, right? That is what? Being on top. And you can get to the top at any time. Some people were president by their 40s, like President Obama, right? 40 something. And look at President Trump at 70 plus. You see that? He wasn't president, however, in other aspects of his life, he was super successful. So you may not have achieved your own personal goals. However, you were investing, right, in other things that also matters. Okay, life of your children, your family, building your home, right? Investing in a lot of all those. The wrong day somehow, it cheated you, but it's okay because it wasn't a waste. But at where you are, pick it up. No time is too late. No time is late, and no time is too late. Okay? Growth. One thing with the growth, at any time you pick it up, is like a light, a candle light. It brightens everywhere. That you can see the road to the route you are traveling to. Like torchlight, if you put it right, you could see from here too, right? So that is one thing with it. So you run with it. And that's when you will even be so passionate. You know what I mean? You will even be so passionate, so dedicated, because now you know what you want. Now you know years you have lost. Now, so you will even be more intentional. You know what I mean? You will even be more intentional. You go back to school. You can start this as what? Going back to school. If there is no full time, start part time. Go back, just go back to school. Grow. Because the truth again, if you don't, I tell you, there will be even a time, even the kids, even people around you, okay, we even like get so weird that you may not even fit in again. They will be speaking fluently, you will be speaking pidgin, and if you're speaking pidgin and they are all speaking fluently, okay, what will happen? You are becoming second-class citizen. So you need to join the moving train. You need to join the progressive track. And that will even trigger you. Even when any person stop going, you are going because you are intentional. You are intentional. You have your why. Your why, those wasted years. You know, if it's difficult, grab good books. Go on a challenge of 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, and discover unbelievable. A lot will start changing. You can Google, type in something, book, maybe where you think is the weakness, or maybe where you are looking for motivation and all of those. You type it, get on that. If you are struggling maybe with your tenses, for example, and is the tenses is the big thing, sign up on, even if it's 6 weeks program, you will attend, they will give you certificate. It's an accomplishment. There is this self-fulfillment that comes with it. So do not be discouraged, and do not think is wasted, and all of those is not. Okay? And God is a faithful God. I'm telling us, God is a faithful God. For all those time you've been investing and left yourself, by the time as you have just picked up and start that lemon to make out lemonade, it will be unbelievable. Who knew Queen May? May Yule Edochie, who knew her before now? But life taught her. Right? Unripe even lemon was thrown on her, because that's, I wouldn't call it lemon. But guess what? She nurtured it, guarded it, beautified it, and started making beautiful lemons that its taste remains the sweetest of all seasons. Nobody knew her. She just allowed the husband to be there. And the husband's appreciation at the end of the day was to tell her that what? She is second-class citizen. That actresses, right? Make it here, fix it here, shape it, keep shaping it and keep fixing it, and become glass that sometimes you even have to hold the person so they don't break out of many shaping and many squishing and many, every kind of surgery, and then living the real reality in your life, the real light in your life. Is a life, Google or check who is May Yule Edochie, popularly known as Queen May. Very sound example. Nobody knew her. Nobody knew she was a computer wizard. Nobody knew her potential. Nobody knew. And according to her, she was like, when everything, she said she was ready to even volunteer. Just give me opportunity. Don't pay me money. It's not about money. But let people know what I am made of. Let people know what I just calmly, just left, like abandoning me. Just the opportunity to allow the potential to come out. And that is where we are today. So, my beloved, pick it up from where you identified it, from where you realize it. School is important. Self-development is important. And at the same time, be ready. Because by the time you will start, identifying and discovering, right? That one is another phase of its own. Because it's either maybe you are now, maybe names will be called, a lot will be. So you still have to be ready for that word, that phase. But what matters is that, are you doing the right thing? That is number one. Yes. Is it going to make impact? Yes. Are you happy doing it? Yes. But more importantly, let your mission not be just to do it and now come and become a canker worm. No. Because remember, in all these things have their spiritual impact. God will help you, will see you through, and go through it. But don't go to grab it and now come to now start to become a Gaddafi. Okay? Get it for your fulfillment. Okay? For your own satisfaction, for your own you that was long before abandoned. And they do what? Use it and shine light up for all. Okay? Grab it. Make it, reach there, get it. However, don't do that and now become the demon on the other side or they can't come. No, no. Okay? Like I always say, you can never go wrong with uprightness. And oftentimes we don't do things because the people you're doing it for, they deserve it. No. But for the joy, okay, that is associated with. And that joy meets divinity and humanity. And they watch God finish the work. Okay? So you are to go grab that source. Still do what? Light it for all. It gives that same peace we are talking about. The gifts that the world can never offer you. The peace that nobody can offer you, that peace but divine. And it cometh from there and from doing good and being good. However, go get it. I don't know if that makes sense. And I tell
It
you,
does.
God will see you through. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If you think the brain can't get it any further, go look for good vitamin. There is always a how, solution for your how, answer for your how. Grab good vitamins, right? That can even help with that memory and that shattered and all of those and that's the pain of being left behind for such years and all of that. Grab it, run with it. Thank you. And also be careful. Another thing I want to emphasize here, be careful, okay? You may actually think that you have long been lost or abandoned and all of those, and you are now empty and you feel that. Remember, experience is an asset. All those years, you might actually think that, okay, you are nobody again because you haven't attained to your height or because you forgot yourself. You see experiences you have gathered all those years. By the time you will make that move, you will see the blessings of those experiences. Because those, right? You see those experiences, they will be part of your resources. They will be part of your references in the next phase of life because you actually need those to cross successfully or navigate through that next phase of life. So never regret that. Never regret that. Okay. We see our zonal admin, our cyclopedia. She's busy doing what she does very best. I saw a question. Let me get to that question. I will come back if you still have question. And I'm glad you actually came up here. So let me see. I have really observed that most men begin with feeling secure, especially when they see that their woman have potential more than they do. Yeah, that is real. It still depends. So when we do that, like we always say, we don't generalize all those because it's not everybody, but that is reality. That is reality. Uh, and then we see someone said, where is it? Miss Goodness, do you have that question? I bought one
Day and Sunday was really laughing at me. Okay, I bought book one day and someone was really laughing at me. Everything is not for everybody, right? Everything is not for everybody. Yeah, even Bible make references of wives and the fool. So it's all joy. So when stuff like that happen, just if you get a second, just pray for them. Yeah, just pray for them. Bakalalo So there was a question I saw. Miss Goodness, do you have that question? She's
Is
busy
it
with her. Do you have the question?
this one, ma'am? Is it proper for a woman to live with a man before marriage? Is it this one?
Okay, let me answer this. One of the biggest error of the century, in bracket plus canker one, because you will pay for it in ugly way. You will payday is coming. I say payday. Pay centuries for it will come. Even the one you even do all the shakara, do every shakara, you eventually even consider, and then you will now go and leave. And then it now payday will come. No, it's not recommendable. No, 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 no. Nap. Now, now, it is sweet, so you know what it is sweet, but you must pay. You know the way they say you pay now and play later. You choose to pay now and play later, or you choose to play now. You choose to pay now to play later, or play now to pay later, right? If you play that now, you will pay later. Play that now, you will pay later. Okay? Is it tempting? Yeah. Payday is real. Do we have further question? Payday is real. Is what I tell us, is one of is like I say, canker. Now, please now. No, no. It is sweet, but payday is coming. Oh yeah, that payday. Ah, yeah, yeah. Now, now, now. So, ma'am, Miss Margaret, do we still have do you still have question?
Yes. My
Okay.
question is this. When you do good to people and you keep doing it, but they always pay you back with evil, please, what can I do?
It depends on the type of good, because sometimes we do good to buy relationship. We do good to belong. So it depends if it is doing good or if it is us being foolish. So I want to understand which one. Is it when we are foolish or when we are really doing good? So can I understand it? Like what can you be specific with that? Can you be specific with that? Now, let me come to that. Doing good, like we said, we don't do good because people deserve it. We do good because we are led to do good. We do good because it's a noble thing to do. We do good because it is rewarding, both from the humanity and divinity. Humanity fails, divinity rewards. Okay? And when we do good to people, right?
That's what I'm saying. Is it the real good? Because there are goods we do, right? It still, goes sour, right? So that's why I was trying to specify, so I will know the one to explain. But let's leave the good we do to buy friendship and to buy circle and to buy, all of those. Let's leave that one, okay? But if you are doing good, that is a noble thing to do, right? One, it is important, okay, to set boundaries along the side of that good. What is boundaries? Your do's and don'ts. When you set boundaries, it will help you to do good with or without the appreciation. This way. And it doesn't, that's okay. Okay? You're just doing it because it's what? The noble thing, the right thing to do, for goodness sake, for divinity's sake, right? And that's that. Do good because it's the right thing to do. However, set boundaries. Okay? Set boundaries in the sense when you are led to do it, you do it and just forget about it. You just do it, forget about it. That maybe they cooked every lie, bring to you. You already have your present, your do's and don'ts. You are not led to do it. You know this is not right. You know it's no, 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 no. At that point, you don't. But you are led to do good. You do good because it's a noble thing. Period. So the boundaries must be there. The do's and don'ts must be there. Okay? Because many often there is this entitlement mentality. Don't forget that it is there. So that is why it must be why you're doing good. That is, where even Bible will tell us not being, foolish with the goods we do. Rather, you use wisdom. Okay. Now coming to the good we do with, buying friendship, right? We have that kind of good. So that's one I won't call it good, but I will call it the foolishness side. Okay. So all joy. So we have to know doing good as a noble thing and being foolish. Okay. Do we have 4 more questions? Okay, she has left. Okay, our admin has left. Oh, she's back. Let me see. Do we have more questions? Admin, I will take more questions from the comment section and then I will see if you are muted.
Yes, we have another question. My
Okay.
question is on marriage. Can a woman endures pain, abuses, inner peace, and also lost her self-confidence for the sake of marriage?
Can you read
Then
that again?
my question is on marriage. Can a woman who endures pain, abuses, inner peace, and also lost her self-confidence for the sake of marriage?
Like I said, remember there is something I always say because when we do this program, I try to be as central, as standard as possible. Okay, not because of feelings, not because of anything, but the way, right? Like balancing. Okay. Now, when we say can woman be a paid, this is not specific. Just like I talked on the men when they said the question right about respect. I said respect is not specific because what someone might perceive as being disrespectful, right, may not be disrespectful, but the person's perspective. Remember, I responded to that, right? And what the person might think to be disrespectful might be what? Someone trying to air his or her feelings. Okay. And that is why I said what? That forgiveness, right? Take time, take a deep breath, right? Give it time. Get over it and do what? Accommodate, tolerate, and love back. As that holy sacred or that sacred matrimony. Okay, so coming to this now, I will still respond to that because again, it is not specific. You see that? So when you tell me, can a woman bear pains and all of those, it is not specific to me. So I won't be able to respond that. If not, it may be it will be misleading. Because like I said, the same way we have canker worms in men, the same way we have canker worms in women. Does that make sense? There are these women, right? Okay? And there are these men, okay? So that question needs to be specific for me to respond to it. It's not specific. Does that make sense? Okay. So we get to this. Men, I have really noticed that in relationship where a lady makes her love so pronounced to the guy involved, a lady's love being more, yeah, than that of a guy for her. Why do so many of these guys take that for granted? What's your advice? There is something I always tell people, okay? And I will be a little personal here for the sake of humanity and divinity. Because I said, God got me out here for a reason. And there might be sometimes, right, that I might or may use personal experience, okay? Not because I want to or may want to, but for sincerity's sake and for the sake of God getting me or giving me this voice and the opportunity. Okay. There is something I tell people, and I've used this when I see when a woman deeply in love, when I see things they go through. I deal with cases, and you know what I tell them? Actually, I've told few people because when I will try to solve this, is like the thing is not entering, right? And you know what I will say? I will tell the person, and I will quote. I said, the love I have for my own husband. I'm not doing this to prove any point, please. I'm doing this because God has placed me in this position. And I'm not doing this to clear perfect family. My own problem self pass all of your problem. So I'm not trying to, make it perfect. No, me self, I get my own wahala more than you. But let me say what I'm saying. I told the person, I said, the love personally I have for my husband is, in my word, I said, is undiluted. I said, it is undiluted. Then I said again, because I know he's a human, and for my own innermost peace, I'm not being shattered. I said, now I package some percentage and put it in the freezer. Okay. And packaged some. I said some. And put it in the freezer. What do I mean by packaging some and putting it in the freezer? I said because if I express it all, he knows I do. And personally, I know he. Okay? Yeah. But in order, okay, not to see myself shattered, in order not to maybe, okay, something happens and then because of that, whatever, then, and then I won't have balance than to collapse. I said, before marriage, I've been reading books. Okay. I have been like reading a lot of things so there are many, okay, here and there knowledge. So, and this is part of the stuff I set, okay, from the onset. Sometimes I don't say this, I don't even say this out, except in cases I'm seeing the woman doing this, and then I will have to, okay, and hopefully, because brother is here, so hopefully he was the one that came in there, so hopefully he won't hear that some of his love is in the freezer, because maybe okay. But what am I trying to say? Okay, this is to do what? To have some space, okay, for my healings, to have some space, right, for my God, my spirituality, and to have, because if something happens, it's going to affect you all around. You can't even function. I don't know, like it will shatter you, okay, especially an inspirational person. You can't even visualize, and you can't even do nothing. So to avoid all of those from onset, okay, there are certain stuff I put. However, you will not know unless I tell you. And that is why you cannot see me, okay, doing some foolish stuff trying to prove any points. Okay? So now when it comes to that, I will tell you, we know you do. Be good human, be kind, be all of those. But please, for the unforeseen days, save a little percentage in the freezer. Because many often, it might happen to a man, right? The man might get over to the next street and just have fun and they, for the moment, do it. But it's not like women. Women cannot just be hot and just get out there and, give her body just like that, except maybe, maybe someone that's been into the game. Women got their body, women's bodies is super sacred for them. Okay? So it's hard for the woman just to do something pleasure that can maybe do some stuff for her at the moment, unlike men. So that is why, as a woman, right, take some to the freezer. Okay? Let it be frozen there. So that if anything, you can just go, okay, see a place to do what? To calm it. When you put ice block to something, it will defrost it right away. So if that heart is hot, right away, if you remember you have it there, it will neutralize everything for you. It's okay and it's good to be demonstrative, but please be busy. Get yourself busy with some productive things, so that the level of it, right, the intense, because sometimes the intense of it is even inconveniencing, okay, so that the intensity of it can be normal. Let me use it the way, can be normal. Okay, so that will be my response. That will be my reply to that, and I don't know if that helps. Do you think that helps, Miss Goodness? Do you think I responded to that? Can you type and see? Okay, maybe you
Yes, you responded very
redirect the
well.
question. Maybe you redirect the question, so maybe you can throw more emphasis. Okay. There were other questions that we are going.
Okay, we have another
Because
question.
you don't do this, let me tell you, it's important to do this. If you don't save some, okay, like over, be normal. Maybe a little or more normal, but don't be abnormal. There is a way you carry this love, it becomes abnormal. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let it be okay, normal or more normal, but let it not get to the stage of abnormality. Okay. And that's why I tell us that whatever we see out there, that's not it, because that's not real. That is not real. Okay. So what of people, or say what of people that would like, let's see, what of people that will like you when they benefit from you? The moment you stop giving, they turn their back as if you never mattered. Is it people or man or woman? Are you talking of the general question? When the stuff like this happen, okay, when you do this and then when you stop, right? And that is why for you to get to the level of even stopping has already showed that you didn't even create boundaries. Because if you create boundaries, you wouldn't have gotten to the level of, okay, exhausting the whole thing. So in even in giving, okay, create, and that's why it's very good. Charity is beauty. Give it to people that you don't know. You have no business for them, but you have sowed seed, you have done sacrifices. That's the no entitlement mentality. No, rather you will see them jumping everywhere, like being happy, and it saves you peace. It does the job, it does all of those. So what level did you get to before it now stop, when you for you to completely stop? If you will not place boundaries, then we will give and give, okay? And sorry, I'm not calling you a queen mother foolishly, but then we will foolishly give, okay? And then exhaust ourselves, and then we now stop. Why would you stop? Why would you stop? Because you didn't create boundaries. If you had created boundaries, right, you can still continue. But with that boundaries, do's and don'ts, you know when to and when not to. You see that? So that is important. However, if we have already made that mistake and then it got to the point of the person now completely taking it to all of this, and now you stop giving, and now they back you and never do like your matter, right? For me, my block key is my own AK-49. My block key is very active. My block key. Okay. That's me. However, that doesn't mean I hate the person. That doesn't mean I have this to the person, but for my space, for my peace, for my space. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if that answers it. Once things comes to gets to the toxic level, no, I get it off the way. Okay. I'm giving, like I said, we shouldn't have do it to get to the point of not giving, you know, rather to the point of when I'm led, I give. When you give when you are led, right, it makes you not to even a lot, it will save you a lot. It will save you a lot. And also when you give because you're led, or maybe like you're paying someone's school fees, maybe primary 1 to primary 6, right? It's already a covenant for you between you and your God. So whether you see them, you don't see them, and all of those, you have already made that. So you just do that and then get over that. The reward is of the vine. Okay. It says, what's the question? Okay. Your profile picture. Oh, okay. No, that's not what I want to click on. Let's see. Do you advise your generation? Do you advise our generations, ladies, not to put all their eggs in one basket? One basket, how? This question is coming. One basket, how? Eh? Is it one basket to have your husband and then have another bobo there? Is that what that means? I don't know. I don't know if that's what means. One basket. I don't understand. So if you clarify the question, I can better answer that. So let's see this question. What can one do if your man no gathered ego If if what? If you man no gardener ego and he still comes for and you're not in the mood because your heart is not happy already and we are told not to reject them but you feel is bad. So what? Okay, let me tell us something. uh let me tell us something. Unless if there is sickness, okay, you suspected sickness, yes, you can deny. Maybe a request for results or and all of those. That's one. Unless you suspected infection or you are suspecting yes, okay, or you are suspecting some wrong walking, okay, behind some, okay, yes, to get some medicals to clarify, right? But for just anger or quarrel and all of those, and we deny, you say we deny, please, you don't deny, okay? Again, unless if there is sickness, unless if there is infection, unless if there is any of those. But other than that, because while we are promoting this, we still have to align it with instructions of divine. That your body is his is yours. I can understand that there might be some ways, maybe, some catch and carry ones, right? That don't know what, that don't know what foreplay and all of those are, right? What I will recommend, because that might be hurtful, right? So what I will recommend is to seek for help of uh, a better way, okay? Help of a better way. Have a deep talk about it and seek for a better way, okay? Also, it has to do with your mind. It has to do with your mind. If it's just because you are angry, you position your heart, you will not. The same way you position your heart, you will not. You can also intentionally position your heart that you will, and you will, and you both will have a good time. Okay. Like I said, I know there are some catch and carry men, right? It is something to talk about. If you talk about it and find a way to approach it, it will benefit both of you. Okay? Uh, but let our forgiveness run in our heart, because without forgiveness, we might be very, it's emotional something, so it might interfere with that emotional aspects of it. Okay, so these are the things you consider, but denying that as an avenue because you are angry and all of those, no, because sometimes it's even part of the strategies for reconciliation. Okay, different thing works for different people, but it's part of, with a good heart, people with good hearts is a part of reconciliation strategies or remedies. So I hope I answered that. Miss Oge Chukwe mother, Lagos people, don't let me to call Lagos to come and carry you. Be nice. Be nice. I will give you mic now to come and teach this, because I know you know this thing. I know you, Queen Mother. Queen Mother is no question of the year. It's a noble and very important question. Okay? And when we are addressing some of this, we don't address it with
shyness or like we don't know what it is, because all these things are part of things that are hurting homes. And that is why when we are addressing them, we have to address them respectively and be very serious with them, because it happens, is a reality. Okay. And many homes are hurting because of that. Okay. Do you advise our young generations not to put all their eggs in one basket? Again, this question is not specific. Until it's specific, can you rephrase the question? I would like
She said she's not talking about husband, that she's talking about people that are still dating.
dating. Like the dating, are you already in real dating or suitors are coming? You are, is it like real dating?
Yes, I think what she means is giving your heart to only a man. You will not seek for other opinion or anything. Just give
No,
one
now,
man all your.
no, before you give your heart to one person, like something I said, I will say it in Igbo, someone translate. Metonyere meni. Oh, metonyere meni. Oh, metonyere ma. Ine mo metonyere ma. Maka ọnụnụ. Ọ bụzi maka gịnị? O maka ọnụnụ. Maka gịnị? Maka ọnụnụ. So before you can give your heart completely to someone, you must have seen the attributes you want. Without the attributes, no. Okay? Still be, okay? Yeah. Okay, sovereign, surveillance, okay? Yeah. Okay? Now, until you find it, before you even give the, we sell, we give these things cheap. Yes, I understand you may give that body, and then at the end of the day, it may not work, maybe for one reason or another, right? But before giving it at the first place, have some principle that guides you. Okay, before getting, like, just have some principles that guide you. Okay, let the person meet certain criteria that even the first time, if anything happens here, is still someone you will be pleased to spend the rest of the work. Because sometimes in that one basket, you might want to mess with that one basket. Your egg will fall in the same one basket, but then you won't have anything to regret. So consider it all before, okay? Yeah, giving that heart, giving bodies, giving hearts. For you to give your body, then you have given your heart. That's the honest truth, unless we are animals, okay? So let that person meet, okay, criteria. That if anything goes wrong, yes, you will accept this. And then you can still be open, okay, to other people coming for marriages, but then shouldn't give your body. But for that person, you have seen this, you give your body. No. But what I will not accept is give this person your body, give that person your body. No. Unless if anything goes wrong, then all those we are just nicely, hi, gisting and all of those. And then maybe there is this person, then something go wrong, you can now decide then maybe that would be where maybe another person will now get that body. Okay? I'm being very real. I am being very real with what I am saying here. Okay? I don't want to come and tell you, oh, because it's Chris Fuji, hey, I will know too. Hey, I am saying things that I know that meets, okay? It's not religious people, it's not these people, but something that stays at the center. Okay? We still know there are wide walls, and we are not talking wide walls because whatever we do has to meet morals. We promote, okay, moral values. And we are not religious fanatics. Like we are not, I am the holy and the deputy Jesus. That's no, because we are not and we cannot be. We can only be that maybe when we transition. However, we can live his fruits. We can live, okay, to the things that pleases him. Okay, not perfect, okay, but upright to a reasonable extent. Okay, so this person says, okay, I think I've answered that. Okay, this question.
So that basket, if it is just in relationship, right? Unless if you don't give body to one, then you can have different people, right? Be in good time with them, but not with the body. Like me, I am more of opposite persons, okay, than the same person. When my husband was coming, okay, there will be a time he will come. He will see me with the 5 boys, 6, 7. But guess what? We are gisting. Like that's, but none of them, some of them, they are chikers, okay? But we end up because, we like, we have good relations, so we will be gisting and okay. Like we're just having time talking and all of those, but no, whatever. Some are admirer, but them, they are my friends, right? But when the real person appeared, right? That real person started getting more attention. And now when he comes, those my friends that will be there, every person, the way God was busy writing stuff and say, if you have not seen, be the first person to throw the stone. We will be there before you know it. This person will just get us, say, all right, now, Lucha, talk to you later. This person will get, say, okay, all right, precious, we'll see. The same way we'll not be left with this person. These were people we just all stayed with gisting. But when they knew there is someone already carrying more focused, you can't hide anything under the distance. Even though it didn't say nothing, even but they felt okay. The same way every person will live and live and live until left. Hey, at first, he didn't understand it. He was like, these I was like, they're my friends. He didn't understand it. What do you mean, your friends? Like, you mean? I say, yeah, they're my friend. Was like, I say, no, they are not my, like, I don't have intimacy, but they are my very good friends. He didn't understand it. But eventually, by the time he understood, right, when he comes, things became serious. When he comes, every man will disappear. So that's when he now started appreciating it and all of those. And that is why to date, right, he has never stopped me from my male friends. Like you will come to my house, you will see 9 boys. Like because me, when it's now that I have common things with female, maybe child, kids, and all of those that I can gist and all of that, right? Before now, I don't have anything to do with women because men, I don't have the energy when I'm in the midst of it. I don't. They talk. I don't just, so I am on this, even like that's where in our kindred, if I come back from Christmas, my sisters, right? Other friends, like relations, and all of those, the women will be coming. Me, the people that will be coming will be our cousin male part. My own is the male, okay? The human males. Hey, only you're back. Hey, this. So you see that these are what is so I wasn't wired. It's just maybe with other because if I don't have any interest, common stuff with you, man, I don't know what to talk with you. But for men, we go just to gist and all of that. And unfortunately, I'm not the one that judge people. I don't judge people. Okay, as long as you are not evil person and all of those, yeah. And all of them, they know if you're around me, you must be a good person. If you're not a good person, you can't be around me. So I mean, it's not like the perfect and all of those, but anyway, so what are we talking about? So you can have all those while you are brainly doing your maths, okay? And yeah, that's what it is. Okay, I hope we answered that. We are heading to ours. Oh my god, I think she's talking about being into relationship. So if it is being into relationships, like again, and the serious relationship, no, you can. That's not mba. It's gonna distract you from giving the other side your best. It's gonna distract you, and that's betrayal. Unless if you are not sure of the person, and if you're not sure of the person, why take that person serious? If you're not sure of the person, then create some boundaries or some barriers while you are weighing others. But then you are befriending this person, giving this person your body, you are befriending this person. No, that's dating. That's A. Okay, unless something happened to the other one. Other than that, that's ill. Because you will still mess up what you are about to build, and you cannot build that and all of those. And these are, betrayals everywhere. Okay, yeah. Unless maybe you're already having issues with the other way, and then maybe because there are some people you want to go is even trouble and all of those. Just like this man and we talked about, they're married and he continued telling the lady, go, and if you go, don't go with the kids. So the lady, after about 4 years, was there and they, started giving attention to people out there, and they definitely already got someone. Because you cannot tell me you left, within this, you're already married, already wedded and all those. So maybe when that was happening, she was just, pouring heart somewhere and all of those. And then she was like, okay, let her finish. And she gave birth, fed the child 3 months and left. Man, many situations are not the same. And that is why when we see certain things, let's look, beyond just what we say. Okay, if you see this lady, very nice lady, even the husband was testifying, but then why would you be telling her that? And according to him, say he was just jokingly, like saying it for joke, and then sometimes as jealous, and then you are like doing such, like destroying, doing this for the woman to make such a decision, you know. How do you? Okay, not husband, I mean, when they are still dating. Okay, so in dating, and another thing we are and okay, another thing is that we are in 21st century. In fact, let me bring to this, another thing is that in our millennium, right, people are more serious than 21st century. Okay, people are more serious than 21st century. So let me make some stuff here, remembering now we are in 21st century. You can, okay, like I say, have friends, but what I will not encourage and will never support is giving this person your body, and then giving another person is ill. I don't even know. I came here and it's strong. It's ill. Okay, unless that place, the other place, maybe you already disconnected, but finding a way, your way, maybe the person is threatening that if you go, because we still have people like that, they will not be out of the way. Once you dare connect with such personalities, may Lord have mercy upon you. We have those personalities. So now, with such people, like I said, unless you must have, okay, everything, okay, emotionally and all of the disconnected with this person, just that physical, okay, but again, body this person and then this person, ew. So let's see, and they tell you, if money no day, this one no easy. Which one is that? What is she saying, Miss Goodness? You know what she's saying? If money no day, this one no easy. Okay. All these things we are saying, right? We are saying it for committed marriages. Okay. Remember, we still have committed marriages. So, what we are saying for marriage that are both individuals are committed. Okay. Yes. Without committed marriages, you might start pulling in different ways, because before God even assured that or ordered that, is also referring to real marriages, right? Okay. So they should both go and see a marriage counselor. Yeah. There are people, when you say marriage counselor, there are people that I have case now, okay? The woman has already been attended and all of those, but the man refused, We have another case. They've done it and done it and done it. The woman has done it all of it, and the man was like, no person will tell him what to do. Excuse me, no person will tell you what to do, and then continue blaming the lady. Okay? You are blaming the lady that yes, your both can fix it, and then she will come to fix it. You will raise voice, started doing a whole lot of things and all of those. And this lady kept going and kept going and kept going, right? And he refused to go. Okay? And now eventually walked away. Everything, so sometimes some people that Okay, feel they are an island. We have those situations, and what can you do? And like I said, marriage counselors, okay, many often they have some do's and don'ts. You know, they have do's and don'ts, and that's why sometimes it doesn't work for everybody. Okay. Well, it's important. It's important for two dedicated people, two people that can listen, two people that can make changes. It is I mean, is always the very best, you know. Yeah, but for an island people, you know, it doesn't work. Make one talk. You say, Maka one, talk trust. Okay. Make one, talk trust. Ego.
We have another question.
Okay. Let our forgiveness run our hearts. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
However, you can still forgive people. It still depends. It still depends because if it has gotten to the chronic one, well, for example, may you, Edochie, beautiful lady, and based on the media information from Miss Moderate Dochie, we know the other party seems to be coming back, and we still know she said it's done. Someone like that, right? You cannot tell her to come back. However, that does not mean she has not forgiven the person or that she will not forgive the person. Okay. So when we're talking about this forgiveness should run. However, know when to make certain decisions. Like personally, if I am to be in that woman's shoes, right? And they got to a point of losing a child, it is what we said, the end of discussion. It is the end of discussion. There is no score to settle further, unfortunately. But if you have repented, realize yourself that something you were under influence of something and all of those, and it got to the point of right, you begging food, by the grace of God, I can still, give you things. Not because you ask me. If you ask me, if I'm not led, I will not. But if you ask me and I am led, okay, I will. And it might get to situation or to an extent, right? You must have completely realized yourself because what they did was wickedness in the high places. So if it has gotten to the place, okay, you were under influence and now you realize yourself and now, it's of this way and all of those, right? For the marriage sake and for talking with you constantly and all of those, right? I may not want that. One thing with me, this is me, you all see I'm personalizing. I am not in between person. I am a very straightforward person. And I don't know how to, something and I say, go. I don't know how to play dirty tricks or taking advantage of somebody. I don't know how to do those. So that is why I am straightforward. Where I want to help you, I will help you and stay distance. I don't want to help you and then we will start dining. We will now start because we have once had love, right? Something situation because no marriage dies a natural death. Okay. Now, so we have once had that, right? And now the marriage is over and we can now start coming too close and then it might now lead to a situation and then we now start messing up. We are done. We are done. I don't want to mess up. Okay? But even that help, I wouldn't even want to give you that help directly. Like I said, I'm not, I don't dangle. I don't dangle. I'm straightforward. And I even look at you, right? And we give it to somebody, maybe one of the teams, say, just give this from anonymous. It might even be something to start up your life. It might even be something to do because of what? For the sake of, we've once had something very precious, right? So I am now doing not just that. So for the sake of that, right? And God, okay, I can now give it to somebody, maybe a significant something, give it to somebody, say, give to him. Let him, like seeing him like he's already going, like, no, I can do that. Say, it's from anonymous. But you and I coming now, talking and do it, no, I won't be able to do that. I don't, I'm sorry. There are certain things I don't do. Okay, but when it, like I said, it comes to help and comes to not seeing this person on the floor going to that extent, no, just like something that you can still do to someone you don't know, right? I can still do it to you through somebody, but as an anonymous. If it will even be a way with their situation to block the person, I won't see you, it won't be like, just forget you, forget that thing. What that thing was, so that doesn't mess with my peace. A child of 16 years is very deep. Like we say, all pains are not the same. It's very deep. Okay, I will help you, but I will help you from afar. That is when I see your situation, okay, is ugly and all of those. And by the grace of God, right, I must have healed. God must have helped me, right? Got to a length that I could. Yeah, that's the much I can do. Okay, and that doesn't mean forgiveness doesn't run in harm. Would you help who you don't forgive? So no. So all these things are that they all depends. Okay, if we are angry, we know they give. Oh, see them air everywhere. See them. Make we see them. I will put it on the screen. Next question. If you are angry, you know they give. It's okay, right? You're angry, try to do shakara, right? And he begged, and they come close, and they apologizing, and all of those, and they still pochido. Nenu ha ndo biyopo. Mana ajụrụkwa ha n'obi Chukwu. Ndị nke ajụrụ ya n'obi Chukwu. That's all I will say there. Okay. So, okay. Ms. Goodness, do you see further question?
Yes, we have another question. What of when you are very certain he is the one, but due to distance relationship, the guy in question now impregnated another? In such situation, what do you do?
I didn't.
Even when both
Hold on. You said the question. What?
What of when you are very certain he is the one, but due to distance relationship, the guy in question now impregnated another? In such situation, what do you do? Even
Red,
when both families are
red
aware.
flag. Don't go further. Red flag. I am certain is distance. You now went, not even securing yourself at least, but going and now impregnant. Red is not yellow, it's red flag. Exactly. When the real person appears, all others disappears. Absolutely. I not talk. Okay. So let's get, I think we're done.
We have another question.
Okay.
Please, can you talk on the impact of social media on the 21st century marriage?
The importance of what?
Social media on the 21st century marriage.
Okay, have that as a topic. We'll discuss that as a topic so that we can get the question, because they do both arrangements of marriage on media and all of those. And that is why we will continue to hop in and hop out. That's like, I understand maybe if someone that have spent at least 10 years and something happened, I can understand it. But hopping in few months or 2 years, are you like, then we didn't do, I don't know. I just don't know. I 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 really don't know. Okay. Let's leave it there. Okay. I really have my reasons for asking. Thank you. You really are. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. He said what? I beg, leave Missy. Okay, Miss Ogechi. Yeah, our leave our queen mother. She's here just laughing. And I know, don't worry, I know she's joking though. Trust her. She must do everything to make her laugh. If she don't laugh for life program, what is she get? If she no laugh for life program, wait till she gets nothing at all. Okay. Another question. What of when you are very certain he's okay? So yeah, that one is a red flag. Is a red flag. There is no certain. If he's certain, that shows that we did it. That shows our no way, no way, no way. For not even respecting you to go wrong is error 101. If he had respected you, protected himself, and now confessed to you that it happened, okay, we will start coming down. But going wrong and deciding, nah. Can you talk on the impact of social media on the 21st century? Okay, we will do that. That's the one I say we'll do. Okay. Another question, when you're silent, okay, we've addressed that. Once it gets to what we read, you know what? Let me finish that question just to make sure that, because they just make sure, even when both families are aware and some necessary introduction. Nope, no, no, nope, 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 no, 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 no. Ihe rụrụ arụ na-asọchi m oyi. Ihe rụrụ arụ na-asọchi m oyi. It's too early to start dealing with packages and garbages and worm. Now, if the child was there before, okay, the marriage or the introduction, yes, because there are circumstances, right? Yeah. But introduction done, both families are aware, and you are in another place, and you were so hardened to go wrong. N'elu ha ndị obi ọkpọ, ndị ajụrụ ajụ n'obi Chukwu. Now, now, mm-mm, mm-mm, nah, mm-mm, nah, now, mm-mm, nah, mm-mm, mm-mm, nah, mm-mm, nah, mm-mm. If that for any reason, for many reasons, and for any reasons must continue, then the both families need to come, okay? Let's hear the intention. Let's know how. Let's know, were you under influence, like how? Then the both family can now, okay, come to the table, okay, and have, like, should come to round table. Why, how, where, what, when, or how, where, okay? And if you insisted, okay, then there will be establishment of serious contracts. There will be establishment of big time contracts. And then by this early morning, you'll start establishing contracts. You see why I said here, our Anambra admin, our Anambra admin, our Anambra admin. Yeah, so
Yeah. Mama, it will be very difficult to forget it. To forget what? What are you forgetting? I didn't get that question. It's not complete. Okay. So let's get there. Miss Goodness, have you given data to people? The data I gave on Friday,
No, we
on
have not.
Wednesday.
No.
Okay. Okay. So incorporate that with people in our bona fide and all of that. Okay. And then also get it with people that stayed up till now.
Okay.
Mama, what if your hubby forces you to go to his church, but your faith does not align to that? So now this is the problem. Another error 101. We all have traditions and we respect traditions as long as it's not hurtful traditions, okay? If you have your different faiths and your husband has his different faiths, believe in me, it's gonna negatively affect that home. You all must make your decisions. Unless, okay, you all have already married, right? And now, before the establishment of that new faith, and they are now forcing you to go, then that is no. And that is where I will say you have freedom of worship, you have your faith to protect. But if it was before marriage and you know, and you join, you are to join and join this church. And that is where I will tell you, if you that church does not change you, be the game changer in that church. Okay? But if you have thought, wow, is it 2 hours plus? I gotta go. I have to go. Okay. So okay, let me complete this. So if it was before marriage, okay, you have to go to that church. If you don't like the church, if and all of those, be a game changer, change the church, okay? But if you have already married and then there is this new this and it wasn't what you accepted, okay, from the onset, then that's where you have to protect your own faith, okay? Like me, I am a Catholic, and tomorrow now, I'm a Catholic and my husband, they were Catholic, right? Now, tomorrow, he's a Catholic. Now, tomorrow, he will now join Christ Embassy or Embassy Christ, right? No, I will not join him. I'm not going to join him. And I will protect my faith. You see that? And if we start doing that, we have already started what? Okay? Shaking the faith foundation of that home. This is one of the best things my dad did for us. This is one of the best things my dad did for us. Anything outside Catholic, he doesn't understand that language. Not because Catholic Church is perfect church, but one faith, it is paramount, it is important. Because once you have that diverse, your pastor will preach this, you will come. And with all these things, sometimes they do all this, whatever, we come, be talking. And then my own pastor will tell me, I will come and that's where we'll start speaking different language. But anyways, I love Chris Lucci family. Wonderful family. So closely knitted into one. You have taken me into your hands, and I'm so glad to be a part of the great family. Wana 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 oh wana wana. Wana 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 oh wana wana oh wana 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 oh wana wana oh wana 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 oh wana wana oh wana wana Wana, wana, oh, wana, wana. From me to you all, have a wonderful weekend.
Bye.